I should have checked and see if I was live. Hold on. I can do that. I have. Oh no, that's the wrong browser. Hold on. I'm good at this. I promise. Okay, yeah, I am live. Oh, I'm good at this for sure.
You're so good at this.
All right, so Cisco and I are back trying to finish what we started last time when the stream cut out, making Cal's lore. I have up the documents that we were making last time.
Yeah.
Upon further reflection, I think I am going to remove the necromancer brother thing.
Okay.
That just seems, for reasons that I can't explain on stream, a little bit poor taste.
Hey,
So-
it's your lore. You can do whatever you want.
I get that, and like, yeah, if it was up to me, like, you know, no trauma on my side, but I could see other people being uncomfortable by that if they did learn why that's funny.
Oh, yeah. I meant like removing it. That's
Oh.
totally do because
Yeah,
you can do whatever you want.
yeah.
You're not beholden to keeping it.
So I think we were in the middle of like, oh gosh, I'm still in VTube Studio. So when I was scrolling down the page, it kept like shrinking and growing Cal.
Oh no.
Okay.
You're good
So
at this.
we were talking about. Oh my god, I did it again. I need to. Okay, click out of it, and then there we go. Okay, so in like the adventurer times back before the technology, we had a few bullet points. So Cal got magical abilities by being struck by lightning while playing outside, accidentally shocked the doctor trying to save them, can use other spells, not just lightning stuff, but lightning is like his specialty. Is there anything else that we could like think of for like info that to put on this? Oh, hey son, you'll be in and out. All right, thanks for stopping by.
I don't know unless you want to get into like the kind of adventures you went on, but I feel like that could get off on its own tangent.
I think that would be fun to at least touch on a little bit. Gosh, I keep accidentally moving Cal around. So let's see. I think it would be fun to have Cal like have gone on a really important adventure that nobody remembers because it was so long ago.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. So I don't know, what's the classic? Defeated a lich, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh, what's the anime thing that all like the big bad evil guy, the demon lord, whatever?
oh yeah, it's always the demon lord.
Yeah, that's it. So was in the party that defeated the demon lord, but nobody remembers because it was so long ago.
I love that. Like, it's not even mythology or anything. It's
Yeah,
just,
no, like just nobody gives a shit.
or also, or it could be like where it's like the demon lord pops up so much that it's just like at this point it's just not even like worth.
Maybe like the demon lord like reincarnates or something, and he's just a dude now, like a CEO of a company.
Yeah, like over time, as adventuring became less like necessary or whatever, it just sort of like
Yeah. So
some like shithead.
the demon
CEO.
lord reincarnates and is now. Let's see, what kind of CEO should he be?
Healthcare. Sorry.
Topical. Let's see. I think military industrial complex is funnier.
Yeah, I agree. Also, this is our fantasy world, so maybe we can just pretend like healthcare isn't.
Yeah. You know what? That's the world I want to live in. So,
Yeah, it's
healthcare.
have healthcare.
Healthcare is a human right in this world. I have a popcorn kernel in my teeth.
What a fantasy. Gross.
Yeah, especially because I haven't had popcorn since like this morning, so that's been there all day. Ew, I don't like that.
Thank you
Uh,
for sharing.
you're welcome. I felt like you really needed to know that. I felt like that was necessary information for you to have.
Add that to the lore.
All right. So what other? Um, should I put? I kind of want also like. Um. Oh my god, my brain just kind of shut off. That's fine. So let's see. I get so we have the defeated the demon lord, like was part of the party that defeated the demon lord, but nobody remembers. Because it was thousands of years ago. Should the demon lord remember who Cal is?
Ooh, actually, maybe it's funnier if they don't.
Yeah.
Like, they've been killed by so many parties and, like, reincarnated that they're just, like, they just don't even pay attention to it anymore.
I also kind of like the idea because, like, you know, Cal's basically immortal. If Cal was, like, always on those parties, but, like, with different people, and, like, you know, kind of contributed, but was really just more there, like, because the only person with experience with it.
That'd be really funny, I think.
Yeah.
Do you think it's just like Cal has done just like all the stereotypical adventures at some point?
Yeah, I think so.
But like maybe just never part of like never part of the party that like makes it into the history books.
Yeah. Or maybe it's all like they think of it's like prehistoric times.
Oh yeah, like no one can know if this really happened. And Cal's like, it did.
I was there. I also could see Cal just like not giving a fuck.
Yeah, maybe they were like annoyed about it for a bit.
Yeah, they were pretty pissed for the first like 1,300 years, but then they just got over it.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, whatever. The losing battle. That's really funny. Oh. So what else do we need to come up with?
I just got a notification that you are playing Tactical Breach Wizards. Are you playing a video game right now?
No.
Are you...
I just bumped my Steam Deck and it turned on.
That would honestly be pretty funny.
No, I just bumped it, and I didn't like. I don't like extra games, so it just like.
You're good. How is that game? I've heard really good things about it.
Really fun.
I need to play it.
I've been meaning to tell you about it. I didn't think like because I was like I've been seeing it. And I was like, this could either be this looks right up my alley game wise, but like I didn't know if it would be fun or just kind of bad. But I got it, and it's really fun. The writing is really funny, actually. Like the dialogue between the characters and stuff, like is genuinely makes me laugh a lot.
All right, I need to check that out.
Yeah.
Is it only on Steam, or could I get it on Switch?
I don't know. I've never seen it on Switch, but I haven't played my Switch in a while, so.
Yeah. I have Outer Wilds on my Switch, so I need to get back into that. I need to start playing it again.
Outer Wilds is really fun.
Yeah. I also I got a PSP emulator on my phone now. And I have started playing a game that Jupiter recommended called Growlancer.
Oh,
And it very much scratches that like Fire Emblem itch. I think though
that's awesome.
if anything though, the combat is a little bit more
Like,
complicated because you don't like pick exactly where they walk to and stuff. Like you give them a task and they just keep trying to do that until it's done or until they die, or you pause it and give them a new task and stuff.
oh, interesting.
Yeah. So it's
Like
a
a
little
mix of
it's
like
not
turn-based and
completely
real
real
time.
time. It's not completely real time because you do like stop like time whenever you give them actions and stuff, but it's definitely more real time than like Fire Emblem is.
I think there's a game like that that came out that I've played that I really liked. That's like a mech game.
Oh,
Oh my
yeah?
god, what's it called? I'll look for it later, but it's essentially like where you have like, a bunch of mechs, a la like BattleTech or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and then you like you select their movement and like action phases, and it like queues it up in like a timeline at the bottom, and then you press play, and and then it all happens, and then it just like happens in real time, like, and so you basically like come up with the orders, and you can sort of look at like you have to like be aware of like, oh, if I'm moving two mechs, like make sure they don't like collide, like the
Interesting.
speed at which they're going and
Oh,
stuff, and like
once
it's really interesting.
BB Alexis underscore, I don't know how to pronounce that, but UEW69. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. I am Calculum. I am a electromancer turned physics tutor, and right now I am making my VTuber lore with my best friend here, Cisco.
Hello.
He's the antlered person that is just a picture right now. All right. So what part? So now we also wanted to talk about like what's Cal's doing like in the current day.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, what did I do?
What did you do?
I pressed something. Oh, it's trying to like save it. Hold on. Okay. Okay. So I say physics tutor, but like I guess more accurately, like I do tutor. My job title is like an instructor.
Yeah, I feel like
Okay.
you're kind of selling yourself short there a little bit.
You think so?
I think so.
I don't know. I just feel so pretentious if I say like teacher. I feel like,
I
and I
mean,
can't say
you do,
professor. I
like,
would feel weird saying
you
professor
teach, though.
because I'm not a professor.
Yeah. I guess
But
it's like I think instructor is a good in between.
instructor.
Yeah.
Okay. So works as a physics instructor. Let's see. What other? Sorry, I'm not clicking at you. I just do that. Sorry. Like, hey, get over here.
Works as a physics instructor.
Yeah.
Are you a streamer in lore as well?
That's what I was thinking about. I think that might be fun.
Yeah.
Maybe like uses magic to stream to other worlds, so that's why people that are not living in a fantasy world can watch.
Oh, that's fun. I like the idea of not being able to like travel.
Like, yeah, can't travel between the worlds, but can only communicate.
So yeah, you can like stream and stuff.
That's probably a good idea, because Marie is the time and dimension traveler. I don't want to step on her turf.
Yeah, leave her turf alone.
Yeah, she could kick my butt. Apparently she's like a martial artist, so she would definitely could do me bodily harm. So can't
I still
travel.
want the picture of you of you doing her cables.
Yeah, yeah, that would be funny. I think it would be like if I ever do get like emotes, a funny emote to just have like Cal getting electrocuted with like a cable sticking out of his mouth.
Oh, that would be fun.
That would be a funny emote. Like if I ever do anything stupid on stream.
That
All right.
could be a fun emote for your like your Elden Ring streams or something.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I need to. So actually, when I opened, oh, there's a Sfeel in chat.
A feel?
I want to catch Sfeel.
How do you catch?
You have to type PokeCatch into the chat, but I think you also have to set up a Pokemon community game account before you can do it.
I'm gonna try it for fun.
Okay. And then it'll tell us in 90 seconds whether or not either of us caught it. Every time I hear Feel or see Feel in Pokemon, I think of the Drawfee episode where Julia Le Petit tries to draw a Feel, and she draws just a like gross man, like hunched over.
So good. I started watching them again recently.
Yeah. I need to catch up on some of their more recent videos, but I had been keeping up with them a while. Also, they're doing a new season of Draw Tactives that I'm really excited about.
Oh my god, yeah. I need to watch the first season. I need to catch up on a lot.
There's two actually. There's 2 seasons of Draw Tactives.
Yeah.
They're both really good.
I need to catch up on so much.
Yeah. Me too. I also started listening to like audiobooks, and I'm trying to do that. So I'm listening to like the Witcher books and the like Brandon Sanderson like Mistborn series right now.
Nice. I think I actually have the first Mistborn book for some reason.
You should read it.
Ago.
You should read it.
I should just take it back with me and read it, yeah.
Oh, I didn't catch this Feel. Oh no.
God.
I have had such bad luck with the Pokemon community game because like literally I think I've caught 2 things in the past like 3 weeks. And I watch people's...
Not a lot.
Yeah, I know. It's bad. Like, I've missed, I think, you know... I need to, like... I wish I kept track of the stats, but I've definitely, like... missed 80% of the last, like, ones that I've tried to catch.
Ooh. That's rough.
Yeah. Yeah, not great.
I did.
Oh,
sorry,
yeah.
I also downloaded The Witcher 3 to my Steam Deck, so I'm interested to see how it plays on that.
It actually runs pretty well on the Switch, so I can't imagine that the Steam Deck's gonna have too many issues.
Nice.
Yeah. I definitely would prefer playing it on my like PC or my Xbox rather than the Switch, though, just for the graphics.
Yeah.
I need those 4K textures of Geralt's butt.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason you play the game.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And Gwent.
And Gwent. I need to get better at Gwent. They confirmed that Gwent's going to be in The Witcher 4.
I know. So I saw someone saying like Gwent 2 confirmed when the trailer for Witcher 4 dropped.
Yeah. It really is like amazing how like just the side game.
It's a fun one. Yeah.
Like it's just a side game, but it's like so good.
I think I'm like decent at Gwent. I said I think I'm decent at Gwent, like better than like even like Magic or other card battlers like that.
Oh really?
I feel like I'm better at Gwent than those, but also I don't think I can do like super complex strategies or anything.
Yeah. I probably invested way too much thought into Magic, but the like combo decks are my like favorite.
I need to play more Magic. I have a combo deck. I never got into playing Commander though. So I don't, and I feel like that's what most people play now. Is Commander.
I need to play Commander. I don't really know anyone that plays Commander though. There's one guy in my office that plays regular, like standard Magic.
Yeah.
And that's all I've played with, like in Arena, but it does seem like Commander's really popular, and it's kind of cool that you get to like test out a lot of different cards because you can only have one of each kind of card in your deck.
Oh, so that's what Commander. Okay, that seems
any
interesting.
non-land card, I should say. Obviously, you can have
Well,
more
yeah,
than
obviously you need
yeah.
more than multiple lands, so
That'd be
interesting.
wild. You can only have one of each kind of land in your deck.
That would not be a very fun game.
No, no, it would not.
But yeah, I have a red and green deck
Oh yeah.
that I want to learn how to actually use.
I played, I was using this blue deck that I had made.
I know you're
That
such a blue deck lover.
I know it's so stereotypical of me.
Parentheses derogatory.
Oh, very derogatory. We're the worst. I need to get more people into Magic the Gathering so that I can play with people.
I just need to play it more so I can actually play it with you regularly.
Yeah. Actually, my first ever stream on Twitch was a Magic stream.
Nice.
But I made a new account on Arena for Cal, so I don't have a lot of good cards on it, and I was like, eh.
I haven't used my account in a long time.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go back in because I'm like, I have a real physical deck, like a full deck.
Oh, you do? I don't even have a physical deck.
I bought like a red green, just like a pre-made deck.
Okay.
Just so I could actually like play.
Was it Commander or Standard?
I think it was a Commander because it was like
Okay.
a combo deck. So I think it was just off the shelf. Which I mean, I don't think off the shelf decks are particularly bad or anything. It's just
No, they're decent. Yeah.
I figured it was better to just go ahead and get a full deck so I could play as opposed to like trying to build one from scratch
For sure.
over
for
time.
Sure.
Because I wasn't gonna be sinking that much time into it.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Okay, we need to get back on. We need to get back on topic.
Sorry. Yeah.
No. This is not your fault. So for modern times, we have works as a physics instructor, uses magic to stream to other dimensions. Sub bullet, can't travel between worlds, only communicate.
I like that.
My decks are average size. Wait, this isn't Cal's DMs. Thank you, son. I appreciate it.
Is the can't travel between worlds? Do you think that's like a cow thing, or is that like just a general world thing?
Maybe there are like wizards that can like travel between worlds, but you have to be like specifically trained in doing that.
Interesting. Gotcha. I like that idea. Ooh. Okay, modern times. What else? Yut.
Let's see. Lurking in and out, no problem, man. Thank you for sticking around. Oh yeah, how does Cal know Cisco?
Great question. That I guess part of that question. I know we're trying to do modern times. Do you think we met in modern times or older times?
I guess it depends on how old you want to be.
I don't know. I guess I use sort of a Fae-esque avatar as well. So
You want to be like, oh, maybe you could be like Fae, and so you're also like kind of ageless and ethereal.
yeah, maybe I'm not quite as like ageless as like elves, but similarly long life.
Should we just keep it simple and have you be Cal's roommate too?
Yeah, let's do that.
So, you said you're a satyr, right?
Yeah.
How do you spell satyr? Satyr.
Yeah.
So Cisco is a satyr who is also ancient. So did we meet in modern times or like adventuring days?
Maybe our paths crossed in the past, but we became like roommates and close friends in modern times.
Okay.
I'm like, maybe some stuff happened and either one of us had to like reach out to the other, like, can I crash with you?
Like maybe I could also see like Cal just kind of like running out of money and needing a
Yeah.
roommate. And it's like, oh god, who do I know? And like you're like one of the only people that's like still alive.
Yeah, and you're just like, damn.
We'll say that happened maybe like in the like industrial times, like right after
Yeah,
I got
I was
screwed
gonna say
over.
maybe after you got screwed over, yeah, you're just like, okay, I'm penniless now.
Oh yeah, so is there going to be some kind of like Edison figure that screwed over Cal?
I think that would be fun.
I think, yeah, so let me let's see.
Do you think it's like another Electromancer?
Ooh, that would be good. Or maybe it would be better if it was like more of a salesman, like kind of like a bard-esque person.
What if it's the Demon Lord? What if it's like a different reincarnation of the Demon Lord?
Oh, that's yes. So under like got no credit for scientific work back in the day, I'm gonna put a sub bullet. Credit was taken by a reincarnation of the Demon Lord.
And maybe that's like the like modern day company
Yeah.
that they
Oh,
run. It's like based on their
yeah.
discoveries that they made with you.
Yeah, and they weaponized it all. And
Yeah.
Cal has passed the magic for violence days. He got that out of his system when he was younger.
You're okay with magic for violence on small scale, like personal, but not
Yeah.
not on a global scale.
Personal defense and fighting demon lords, but not for warfare.
Yeah. Do you think in this world of sorry, I just had the idea of like monsters and stuff that you would probably go and like fight and like call and stuff in adventuring times. Do you think it's like almost like in modern day it's almost like Flintstone times where they like use them as like like labor, like they've become domesticated?
Oh, maybe. So
Sorry, I'm
domesticated
just imagining
monsters.
some like yeah, I'm just imagining a fantasy monster just being like, it's a living.
So maybe we could make like some notes about like the different times too. So like here, I'll make like some separate bullet points here for like just notes about like the world at that time, not specifically Cal. So monsters were domesticated into beasts of burden.
Yeah. Or at least some of them, maybe not all of them, but like the ones that could be useful in that sort of.
Yeah. So we'll say some mons. I can spell.
You're doing so good.
What'd you say?
I said you're doing so good.
Thank you. I'm doing great. Okay, so what else do we have in the modern times?
I'm just trying to think like what would be interesting or like even with Cal related because like
Yeah.
about the modern times. Hmm.
Oh, I guess we could talk like, are there still a lot of elves around?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah. Let's see.
I think we kind of mention, I don't know if it's like officially been established, but I know we mentioned last time that like Al's parents are still alive.
I think we did say that.
Do you think I guess the question would also be like do you think that over time elves as like I'm trying to find a way to say this that doesn't sound like weirdly but like do you think elves as sort of in quote unquote like a pure sense like a full elf
Oh,
are
you mean
they
like
abundant,
like
or do
oh
you think
like
they've
making
sort of
half
like
elves with other.
yeah, like do you think that's more common at this point, like over
Yeah.
time, that it's like okay, maybe there's not so many
So half elves are more common. Arctozolt. I have no chance of catching that because I only have regular Pokeballs right now. Sad.
oh my gosh. Wow, this is really complex. You have to have like different kinds of Pokeballs? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
you can buy different kinds of Pokeballs. You can battle other trainers, like other people like in chat and stuff, and also I think just do like practice battles too.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really fun.
That's fun. What? Um, but yeah. Well, I also, because I wonder, because like we were saying, like elves essentially are immortal,
Yeah.
but like, do they eventually die out? Does that imply that that most of the elves have met some sort of violent or non-natural end? Is it
Um,
Lord of the Rings where they can just decide to die at some point
I
if they
kind of like
want?
that. Like elves can just decide to die.
They're just like, I've been around long enough. I don't really want to be
Yeah.
here anymore.
And maybe like they were kind of already starting to go that way when Cal was born. Yeah. I think that's a good idea. Oh,
Maybe?
did I lose you?
No, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, I was just quiet listening to you, so maybe.
Yeah, so half elves are more common than elves these days. Let's see.
I'm thinking, maybe that's like, maybe there's like, it's almost treated as like a medical condition within like, among elves of like this, I guess like, immortal ennui. Like at some point you just start like losing interest in life and like things because you've been
Oh,
around for so long.
that's interesting. Yeah.
But maybe for Cal, like maybe that's like kind of like maybe Cal's like fighting that in a way, like the streaming and the instructing, it's kind of like helped them like want to stay around longer.
Yeah, maybe like science is kind of Cal's motivation to and like
Like in the
teaching.
modern time, they
Yeah.
found yeah, it's like a something like where it's like yeah, but maybe it's like a kind of thing where it's like it affects your magic almost like elves like their emotional state and stuff like can affect like their magical abilities and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So maybe now you're kind of like you're also I guess there's some excitement of like
I also think like I think Cal should probably suffer a little bit from the immortality depression.
yeah exactly
Yeah.
like it's not that Cal is like perfectly cured from it, but it's just like they found some fulfilling stuff in the modern day after like sort of starting to sink into it.
Maybe
Again,
Cal is one of the
maybe
few elves that lived long enough to see video games and like that fixed it.
yeah, like yeah, because like the modern times, there's just so many like just like you know little distractions that can constantly keep you distracted from just sort of like existential
Yeah.
dread,
Yeah,
and so
exactly.
that's like you just stuck around long enough so that there's just like you're like wow, I finally found the cure. It's just
Cal, any minor inconvenience looking towards the heavens, I could die this fucking instant. Yeah, exactly.
oh man,
Modern video
just
games
let
and
it,
adult use. Exactly.
when someone's being really annoying in one of your classes, you're just like I
Is
will die right here.
I will surrender my immortality this instant.
It's like I'm almost imagining like a Zoidberg-esque thing from like Futurama, when he gets really stressed and he grows hair just for it to turn white.
Yeah.
Where Cal can just like temporarily just exasperated, just like ages.
I really need you to read Mistborn because I want to talk about it right now because of what you said, but I can't say anything. Ooh, okay. Read Mistborn, please, 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 please.
You need to read Discworld.
I will read Discworld if you read Mistborn.
Oh yeah.
All right, cool. Little book club.
I started with Mort on Discworld, and I have The Color of Magic. That's my next one. And I'm telling you this because there's like 5 different books you could start with in Discworld. So.
Oh yeah, that seems stressful.
Yeah, but I think it's also sort of a like you don't have to worry about it that much.
Yeah.
Like once you read, like.
I mean, a lot of things are kind of like that. Like the whole idea of things being so serialized that you have to watch them in like specific orders, or you consume media in specific orders, I think is a pretty new thing, you know? Like,
I know, sorry to get off on a tangent. I was like, I've been reading a book series for my partner because it's her favorite series. And it's like 7 books, and every like online there's all this talk about it where it's like, yeah, like you read like the first 4, and then when you get to the 4th book you need to like tandem read it with this other book, and like you have to tandem read these specific chapters like in this order and all this stuff. And I was like, do I need to do that? And she was just like, no, that's just like if you're not like no offense to anyone who does it, because I think some people just find that fun, but I think my partner was just basically like, that's also just for people who like don't have reading comprehension and like can't remember things that happened in other books, you know. And it's like, oh, okay, I think I'll be okay. So it's like, yeah.
So I did see like there's a preferred reading order for like the Brandon Sanderson books that you don't like have to follow, but it's mostly just so that you can like intersperse like the books from the Stormlight Archives with some of his other books, because the Stormlight Archive books are so long. He's like, yeah, you probably want to take a break in between them.
Yeah, like you can't, if you try to just go straight through them, you're gonna be like exhausted.
Yeah, so like, it was like
my one thing.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what, just saying? No, you go first.
Yeah, so it was like read Mistborn and then go into like the first book of Stormlight Archive, and then read some other like one-off books that he wrote in the same universe, but then go back to the Stormlight Archive for the next 2 books, and then like go read something else, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it still gives a lot of freedom. Like, it's just like, okay, and then like in between it, read like some of these books in whatever order you want.
Yeah, I think with the Terry Pratchett, like the Discworld books, it's like they're all their own. They're basically all just set in Discworld.
Yeah.
But like they're all sort of more or less independent stories, and they're definitely there are characters that like show up and carry over like across various books, but like they're not necessarily like always the main characters, or like, you know, relevant. It might just be like literally like a name reference or something to them.
Yeah.
But so you can kind of start wherever, and I think there's some of the books they like kind of like they're like, oh, you should read them in this order because there are like certain events that kind of follow, but like generally of the like 20 something books in the Discworld series, you can kind of just read them in whatever order you want.
Okay.
And it's pretty chill. Mort is just really fun and kind of light, like a lighter. I think it's a good. I mean, I'm biased because it was my introduction, but I feel like it was a pretty good introduction to the world.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Also,
but yeah, I'll definitely read the.
I think that is like a newer thing that like, you know, oh, you have to consume stuff in this order. Like the game that I was talking about that Jupiter recommended and that I started playing, Growlancer. I'm starting with Growlancer 4, just because like it's a one-off thing, and it was also the one that I could find the ROM for the easiest.
I feel like with games too. Sorry, I know we're getting off on tangents, but this is fun to talk about.
I'm fine talking about whatever.
It's like sometimes starting off, even if like it doesn't even make sense story wise or whatever, easier to start with more recent ones, because gameplay can change so much over time that like it can be difficult going to the first game in a series because it's like might be older and like playing it feels worse. So it's like you need to play one that like where like it feels okay to play, so you get invested. Fire Emblem, I think, is a great example of that, where it's like,
what
I would probably, where it's like, I think if someone wants to ask me like which one to start with, I'd say like either Emblem or Engage or like Three Houses or something.
Yeah, I'd probably say Three Houses or Awakening.
Yeah, just from
Yeah.
like a gameplay perspective, like
Hmm.
the feel of actually playing it
Yeah,
versus like
especially
it might
because
not be the
like
best story, but
the farther back you go, the less like of an RPG it is in a
yeah.
sense. So like in like Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light, you're literally playing through like there's no decisions to make. It's all
But
just like the
it's more like
tactical
party
aspect.
gathering, right? Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah.
more like tactics based.
And like so like the RPG element is like choosing which units to go through. And it wasn't until I think like it might have been Awakening when you had like, you know, the different like, oh, who are you, like what characters are you going to roam? No, actually Fire Emblem 4 had that, but that's the one that um that's the one that has like incest and child murder and stuff.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Which kind of sucks is apparently it's like a really good story. It's just that it's got like some pretty dark stuff in it too. Kind of crazy that it's a Nintendo game.
Yeah, it's kind of hard one to like
Yeah,
front load on. Someone.
yeah, because you can't like recommend it to people because it's like that. Well, that and also it's like an SNES game too, so like not too many people are going because like the first game got like Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light got remade as Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon on the DS. So there's a DS version that you can like, you know, send people to.
Interesting.
And that's good. But yeah, and then like the second one also got remade as a 3DS game, Shadows of Valencia.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. And then, you know, like as you get later, you have like the GBA games, which some people would say are like kind of the golden age of Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
That's like, you know, like the Binding Blade, the Blazing Blade, Sacred Stones, like games like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, even like
is it obvious that I like Fire Emblem?
Sorry.
No. I like talking about Fire Emblem, but yeah, Girl Answer is pretty similar. And the fact that it's like, you know, you recruit characters and you fight other people.
I'm like PSP is so interesting to me because I like, you know, I've always been a PlayStation owner for like more than you have ever.
Yeah, the PSP was actually the only PlayStation console I ever owned.
See, I never had a PSP, and that was like I feel like the PSP was so much its own thing in a way that I feel like even like the Switch and other stuff like that never really was. Like, there's just whole catalogs and stuff of PSP games that are basically like lost to time because it's, you know, they haven't made new ones. They haven't kept up with the PSP, and
same thing happened with the Vita too.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just like it's so wild. I think about that, like because I think about it with like Persona especially, because like I think especially Persona 3 had its, and I think maybe even 4. Like I think Persona 4 Golden was like originally like I think I might be misremembering this, but I think it was like a PSP like version exclusive or something.
I believe P3 Portable was the version exclusive.
That's it. Yeah. And it's like super different from like original P3.
Yeah, because you have Persona 3, Persona 3 FES, and then Persona 3 Portable. And I guess now you have Persona 3 Reload.
Yeah, well, because I think Persona 3 Portable is like kind of the one that Reload, or maybe not so much Reload, but like remakes and stuff are sort of constructed on. Because I think Persona 3 Portable combined P3
Reload
and P3
is the only one I've played, so I don't know. But I think you might be right, And, like, I need to finish Persona 4.
Wiki. I need to finish all of them.
Yeah, those are some long-ass games.
And then I always get, like, it's one of those things where if you leave for too long from it, you essentially have to start over, because I'm like, I don't remember what social links I was doing, I don't remember what I was doing. And if I lose track of that, like,
I had to restart Persona 3 Reload because of that too, because like I had taken like months off from playing it. Oh, and Metaphor. Gosh, I really need to finish my Atlas games. Oh yeah, Growlancer was made by Atlas too.
Of course it was. I mean, of course, Atlas rules.
Atlas had a killer year this year.
I know. Metaphor is so good. I want to get back into it.
Yeah, and I still need to play Unicorn Overlord too.
I have not played that.
Yeah, I have the demo already loaded onto my Switch. I just need to like actually find the time to play it. And apparently the Shin Megami Tensei 5 was really good too.
Oh yeah, I've heard that's really good.
Yeah.
I need to try that. No, yeah, I just want to play. I feel like my new strategy with playing Atlas games is basically to like play it for a little bit
Hmm.
and then essentially restart it once I know how it plays
How the mechanics
and
work.
play it like for real. Especially with like
Yeah.
metaphors. I was like, I think I was like,
I was using too much of my Persona knowledge trying to play Metaphor, and the turn system is like different, and I was like not thinking
oh,
about
I
that.
know.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't
do have
dislike it. I think it's
No,
interesting.
no, no. It takes getting used to. I will, because like that's how I feel about with the archetypes in that game.
Yeah.
Where like I'm still
Oh.
getting used to it. I think I like it more, but I think at first I was just like, what is this? What do you mean I don't like my main character can't like switch between archetypes? Like I have to like lock into one.
I think though it makes up for that by letting us actually change the abilities
Everyone's
of
archetype.
the other people in your party. Like literally the best change going from like the Persona system to this one.
It is good. It does stress me out because then it's like, okay, now I have to think about literally everyone's like skill tree and stuff,
Yeah.
and not just the main person. And so that's a little stress because I was like, do you unlock all archetypes for everyone, or do you like what I do? What I did was like unlock all. I've been like unlocking all the archetypes as I find them for my main person, and then I only unlock specific ones that like synergize well.
That's what I was
with
thinking
the
too.
build I'm going for with the others, but
yeah.
sometimes I don't know. It's kind of a mess because also sometimes the quest where they like have someone get this thing up to this level. I'm like, oh okay, well then I need to put that on like a side character or companion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I need to jump back into that game also because of Hulkenberg.
Hulkenberg rules.
I love that character so much. Also, her voice wasn't what I was expecting, and I really like the voice actor.
Me too.
I don't know who it is.
The range of
Yeah.
So I like the range of like accents in that game.
Yeah.
You haven't met my favorite. I don't think you got far enough to meet my favorite companion.
No, because we haven't talked about. I haven't played it since we last talked about it. So I have not. But I know which one you're talking about because it's the other one that was on the cover art or like the promotional art. Yeah, he's like the little chipmunk looking guy.
He's like a bat. He's a bat.
Oh, a bat? Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I am wrong.
Yeah, I haven't seen the promotional art, so sorry in advance, but
that's all right.
That's not too bad of a spoiler, but
no, you're good. I did see the rabbit lady just standing around in the city, and it was so obvious that she was an important character because everyone was wearing like gray and had dark hair, and then there's just this pink rabbit lady.
It's like when in JoJo when they're like spot the stand user.
Who could the stand user be?
It's like the most insane looking person you've ever seen.
Oh, I heard they might be animating Steel Ball Run.
I know. I need to watch.
I need to watch Stone Ocean.
Me too. I watched like some of it when it was first coming out.
Yeah.
And then I think I just fell off it because it was like on Netflix and their updating schedule is insane. So I was just like, I don't know. But I also go back and like.
I've seen most of Golden Wind, but I actually haven't finished it.
I think Golden Wind has a strong ending. I think I was also like, I'm not a huge fan of Golden Wind because like I couldn't binge it when it was coming out.
Yeah.
And I feel like if I went back and watched it all like as
that's what it was because Golden Wind was coming out when we were in college, and so we didn't like we binged JoJo before like the other seasons.
Yeah.
But we couldn't binge Golden Wind, and I think that's what we were. And also like that one person that was always wanting to watch it. Yeah. No, don't need to talk about that.
They ruined a lot of things.
Yeah. Oh my god. Crown of Candy too. It took me like years to actually go back and finish it because
I still haven't gone back, honestly.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But I also just think I realized in hindsight, I was like, I mean, I like that season of Dimension 20, but I don't think I didn't love it as much.
Yeah, it's definitely not like Fantasy High.
I mean, it doesn't, and, like I don't mind them doing darker stuff. I just think I don't know. I wasn't like the whole Game of Thrones-ness of it all. I was like, I don't really care much for that.
Yeah, yeah, I get
level
that.
of sort of fucked up
Um,
dark fantasy stuff. But you should rewatch Star Trek Odyssey. That's my favorite one still.
I need to.
Like more than Fantasy High. Like truly, I think
So,
it's one of the best.
you said Starstruck, and it made me think of Star Trek. Have you seen Lower Decks?
No, but I've heard really good things.
You need to watch it. They actually canonized Bashir and Garrick being gay in the last episode or the second last episode before they got canceled.
I love that. They're like, we're getting fuck it, we're getting
Yeah,
canceled.
like just what's his name? The Berman, like fuck Rick Berman for not letting these characters be gay. Yeah, that really sucked because like it was very clear. Like the actor that played Garrick was like explicit. Was like, yeah, no, I was playing Garrick as like a homosexual character that had like romantic tension with Dr. Bashir, and like the producer Rick Berman was like, no, we can't do that, and gave both of the characters like female love interests after that.
Gross.
Yeah, real annoying. Like this was like the first. They did have the first like lesbian kissing scene in a Star Trek in that show, Deep Space Nine, but I don't think they wanted a like actual like romance that continued. Like it wasn't like it was not a permanent character that this happened with. It was with Dax and like a character that was only there for that episode.
I was gonna say, I feel like saying like, oh, we had the first lesbian kissing. I'm like, that achievement is virtually meaningless in most things because that kind of just boils down to like weird straight man like
that's yeah. Especially I think there was a lot like with the actress that played Dax, like the first actress that played Dax.
Yeah.
I think there was also a lot of like not great stuff that happened with her on that set.
Dick.
So yeah, it's sad.
Dick.
But
Deep Space Nine is the one with a Cisco, right? That's the captain.
yeah, Captain Cisco. Yeah, you should watch it. It's really good.
It's a man or a woman?
Captain Cisco. It's a man.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard really good things about him.
He's a prophet.
Oh.
That will make sense if you watch it. I will leave that dangling there to intrigue you.
Dick. But I've heard good things about him. I feel like he's like up there with like Picard and when people talk about like their favorite captains.
Oh yeah, I really
awesome.
I really like Captain Cisco.
Big one. I think I tried to watch Enterprise, and Enterprise just is too much like early 2000s energy in a weird way.
Yeah, and it's also not one that you should start with. I remember you saying like you started with it.
I didn't start. I had watched like some of Next Generation and like classic. I think it was just the first one where I was like trying to make a conscious decision of like I'm gonna watch all of this.
If you're gonna make the conscious decision to like watch all of it, it has to be Next Generation, I think.
Yeah.
Your dad was really into Star Trek Next Generation, right?
Yeah, he still is. I think all the Star Treks, but especially, I think Next Generation was the one that was like when he was growing up.
Mm-hmm. That's my just favorite show, not just Star Trek, but my favorite show.
Yeah.
Because I'm anything if not predictable.
I need to keep. I've been rewatching Warehouse 13 for like the 5 gajillionth time.
I still haven't seen it. I need to.
It's on Prime. Like all of it, all 5 seasons.
I also need to watch The Expanse.
Yeah.
I've seen like the first season of it, but I keep like getting distracted with other stuff.
You need to watch Eureka.
I do. You've been telling me about it like since high school.
Seasons. It's not like good, but I'm so curious because like I mean even I can pick up on like a lot of the silly kind of pseudoscience of it.
Yeah.
But like just I would be so fascinated to hear
like what I think
from someone who has an actual deep knowledge of physics and the sciences like more so than I do.
It's possible though that it would like cause me physical pain. I tried watching a few episodes of The Big Bang Theory like last year, and
oh no,
it was
I think it's better
terrible.
Than that.
I mean, it kind of has to be, right?
Yeah, well, it's like I think it's much more clearly science fiction, and I think they make more of an attempt to try to like put things in what seems more like actual science. I think also, I don't know. I know you're not great with actors, but Joe Morton is in it, and he's awesome. He's just such a good actor and compelling, and just like
When you said that, all I could think was a Morton Joe from Mad Max.
that's actually. I'm surprised no one has ever. I want to like almost make a meme of that, of
Yeah.
just put his face on a Morton Joe. No, I'm trying to think of anything else because he's a pretty big actor.
I mean, I could just Google him. It's
You
like,
should.
Joe Morton, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know who this is.
Yeah, and he's just such a compelling, like anything I've ever seen him in. He's just so fun
Yeah.
to watch.
I'm pulling up
And
his
such a good, I think
discography to
he's
see
in
what
like
I know him from. I know him from something, but I can't
in
remember off
like
the top of my
Terminator.
head.
He's in Terminator 2 Judgment Day. He's like the guy who made Skynet.
I'm sorry, I haven't seen Terminator.
Okay.
No, I have seen one Terminator movie, and it was the one with Christian Bale in it.
Oh, the Salvation, like the one of the worst ones.
Yeah, the worst one.
Oh, Joe Morton. He's Cyborg's dad in Justice League, like the Zack Snyder Justice League.
That, yeah,
Cyborg's dad.
yeah. I remember. Okay, cool.
Dr. Stone. That's his name, right? Victor Stone.
Yeah. I think
Wow, I
so.
really pulled that out of nowhere.
He's got a long discography.
Yeah.
I think I also
he's in a lot
probably
of
have
movies.
seen him in Of Mice and Men too.
Yeah, but he's so good, and he's like one of the main people on that show, and he's great. A lot of the actors are really good, but yeah, he's just a special standout. Well, and because he's one of the scientists in the
Mhm.
show, and so a lot of times he's the one sort of giving like a lot of the exposition, like the weird gibberish, and it's like I know it's gibberish, but he's doing such a good job of just being compelling that I don't really care.
You see, the thing is, like, Star Trek does that too as well. I
Yeah,
remember like listening to one episode and it was like, oh, I realized my mistake. I used the wrong form of the Bessel functions. And I was like, that
What?
had absolutely Bessel functions have absolutely nothing to do with what you're talking about right now.
yeah. Well, and I would also I would love to hear your thoughts on just the Eureka conceptually.
Yeah.
Just what that show, like the setting of that show, and sort of what that show sort of based around as an idea is kind of insane. Like when I think about it, and I would just love to hear like anyone else's thoughts on it because I feel crazy sometimes. But anyways, yeah. Okay, so we're making lore. So sorry,
shoot!
everyone. We went off on a crazy tangent.
No,
This is how all of our conversations go. It's
yeah,
totally
like
fine.
So we lived together for 4 years. I don't think we've ever had a conversation about one topic in that entire time.
We still don't.
Yeah.
When we're messaging each other,
Yeah,
we have
no.
like 3 conversations at once.
It's so
fine.
confusing. If someone tried to go back and read our text conversations, they would go insane because we'd be having like simultaneous conversations. Sometimes in like different apps too, we'll have like conversations on Twitter and over text, like separate.
Yeah, the reply function is one of the best inventions ever for us.
Amazing. I don't know how we communicated before that.
I don't either. I really don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you've got immortality depression.
Yes.
Seems great.
But I'm managing it with video games and science and teaching.
I love that.
I ordered Burger King, and I blame you for it. Why are you blaming me for Burger King, River? Oh no. River's blaming me for him ordering Burger King. I don't know what I have to do with that. I don't even like Burger King.
I know. What brought you to that decision?
I don't know. Hey River, we're continuing to make Cal's lore. So Cal is immortal, but he's depressed about it, but it's okay because they invented video games, and so he's good now. Kinda. Let's see. What are some other things?
I'm trying to think if there's like things we need to fill in more or like I don't know. I feel like the best way I come up with world building is through like with questions.
Yeah.
So, I think of like questions, sort of like what questions do I have about this, and then I answer those questions. But I can't think of any questions, so that's a lot. A lot of whiskey. River.
What?
I'm reading chat. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I may have around 7. Ooh, 7's a bit much. You eat burgers, sad elf. Yes, I do. I do eat burgers, and I am a sad elf. Your friends peer pressured you? That's not good. You shouldn't give in. You need a stronger will.
Burger King. Not for Burger King.
Hey, River, you can catch a happening if you want it. I don't know why you would. Hate that little round shit. I've noticed I noticed through the Pokemon community game that there are a lot of Pokemon I just don't like because I'll see them like pop up and I'll be like, eh.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
I'm looking up like what are questions you answer? I hate these Pokemon. These are not Gen 1 through 3. Yeah, exactly.
Gen 4 is the best gen.
Gen 4 is fine. Gen 3 is the best, though.
No, it's Gen 4.
I think you're objectively wrong, and I will go get the Torchic onesie to prove it. I still have that. It's up in my closet.
I need to get a Turtwig onesie. Yeah. No, I have my Mudkip onesie, but that's not Gen 4.
I'm trying to look up like because
I feel like modern times are the hardest because it's just like I don't know. That's the time we live in now, so there's not anything that we think of as especially interesting about it.
Yeah. So I'm looking up like what are like questions to like help you make D&D characters. And one of them is, what is your character's core moral beliefs?
Oh, fun.
Cal is an anti-natalist.
Anti-what?
Anti-natalist. So they believe that it's a moral wrong to conceive children.
Oh my god.
No, that's... Sorry. I came across that subreddit one time a few years ago, and I've just been perplexed by these people since. Like, have you heard about that? There's a whole subreddit for people that think it's bad to have kids. Like, I think everyone should do whatever you want, but to like be thinking like, no, people are wrong for having kids is wild to me.
If you have kids, you've done a moral wrong.
Yes, exactly.
Like, I don't know, that's a little intense.
What is your character's opinion on nobility and authority? Not a fan.
Not a fan.
Let's see. Oh, okay. What is your character's current goal summed up in one sentence? Ooh, that's kind of rough. I don't know what I'd even say.
Yeah, that's a good... Because I was like, what is... Because, like...
Believes in Luigi's Ted Kaczynski cause. Jeez. Hey, just what complex analysis and computer science do to a motherfucker.
Hey, man.
Oh yeah, do you know that Ted Kaczynski was a mathematician?
Yeah.
Yeah. He worked in complex analysis, and
did he write like some really like
so the funny thing that the really funny like thing that I've seen is there was someone citing one of his papers, and they cited Ted Kaczynski, and they had like a little asterisk next to it, and in the footnote they said better known for other works. Yeah.
Nice.
Let's see.
Yeah, because what's Cal's like goals, I guess.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't know, because like
what are goals to a nigh immortal being?
That's what I was thinking. Like, that's kind of difficult to spread knowledge. I don't know.
Yeah, do you think it has to be something just insanely vague like that? Is it
I think
something that changes over time. Like as you're like, all right, check that off my list. What next?
it might be just because I mean that's how I kind of feel. Like I don't know what
Yeah.
my like. Do you know what your grand goal in life is? I don't think I do.
No.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever will. Damn.
I think. Yeah. I was like, I don't know if we want to get that philosophical right now, but
What would your character's zodiac sign be following stereotypical astrology?
oh, that's a fun one.
Oh my god. The thing is, I don't remember what all this stereotype. I only remember Leo because that's what I am.
Yeah.
Spoiler, I don't know, like doxing. It's a whole month. I think it's fine. Actually, no, I think because I've played Hoyoverse games on stream before, my birthday's public. What?
Oh, fun. I was like, cow's a Pisces.
A Pisces? What is a Pisces?
I don't know. It's like fish. I feel like that's the one everyone like says on memes or whatever. Or Gemini. Gemini is the one that's like.
Oh, that's like the two-faced one, right?
Two-faced. Yeah, like that's the one that people always clown on. I feel like Virgo is also one people clown
Astrology.
on.
Oh no, dude is slightly doxing himself. No, I think I've like full on doxed my birthday already because of playing Zenless Zone Zero. Because it like they make you put in your birthday, and I think it popped up on my like player page thing.
That's so funny.
I'm looking up astrology stereotypes.
Apparently, everyone hates Sagittarius men, which is what I am.
Okay, here's a Reddit post. Aries, I, me, my. Taurus, large fry. Gemini, lie. Cancer, cry. Leo, bye, like B-U-Y, like consume things. Virgo, comply. Libra, bi, like B-I as in bisexual, I think. Scorpio, sly. Sagittarius, head in the sky. Capricorn, dry. Aquarius, won't reply. Pisces, high.
I feel like those are too vague. Like you have to already understand the stereotypes to find that humorous. You know what I mean?
Okay. Oh gosh, I closed the tab. There's someone else said the best way I can put it is, here's what each sign would say to you if your ex sent you a mean text.
Okay.
Aries.
That's nice.
His house would look so cute, burnt to the ground. I'm on my way. Taurus, so what? He literally has no prospects. Small dick energy. Won't worry about yourself. Gemini, come over. You can take a photo holding my roommate's hand and post it and make him jealous. Cancer, are you okay? Oh, I got a first cheap viewers. Oh, I have a bot in my chat. I wonder, is there a way to report this, or do I just ban them?
I think you just ban them.
Yeah. Small dick. Yeah, exactly. We hate him and we're going out tonight. I'm doing your makeup, don't argue. That's Leo. I don't think that's me.
Well,
more evidence that astrology's wrong.
Well, there are also astrology distinctions. Like I've seen things where it's like Leo men versus Leo women. Like there's distinctions by gender as well. I don't know. Astrology's dumb, but like it's kind of fun.
Virgo, block him and any new accounts he may create on everything. Don't forget about Venmo. Libra, what can I do to help you move past this? Scorpio, clearly he has been alive for too long. Sagittarius, you beautiful perfect angel, I will marry you instead. He's going to regret this. Capricorn, and you thought this was the guy you'd marry? I told you the whole time you could do so much better. That sounds like me.
Yeah.
The like on your side but really like
but
judgmental about it. Yeah. Probably not a nice thing to say about myself, but yeah, no, that is the one that seems most like me.
Okay, so let's say Cal's a Capricorn.
Cal is a Capricorn. Okay. I'll put that up at the top.
You really want to get in the weeds, because it's like you can do the whole like sun, moon, rising, because that supposedly gives you a more comprehensive understanding of your personality.
I would rather pull out my molars with a spoon. Honestly, it pains me to even write Cal as a Capricorn on here. Oh wait, hold on. What's the in Japan they do it by blood type, right? Your blood type tells you what personality you have.
Wait, you do? That's crazy. What?
Yeah, hold on. Have you not heard that?
Is that why they always for like K-pop and like K-pop idols and stuff they always give blood type?
Yeah, okay. Here we go. Type A, earnest, creative, sensible, reserved, patient, and responsible. B, passionate, active nature, creative, and strong. That they both said fucking creative. Okay, sorry. A, B, cool, what? Controlled, rational, and adaptable. And
not
O,
creative?
What?
I said not creative. For
not creative. I guess not.
They cancel each other out.
Confident, so O is confident, self-determined, strong-willed, and intuitive. I would not say Cal or I are confident or self-determined. I actually don't know my own blood type. It's probably not good, right?
You should absolutely know that.
Well, I'm only how old am I? 26? Jesus.
I feel like
I don't know how I lived this long.
I think I know my blood type, but I don't know. Like
you're just getting on my ass about not knowing mine.
No, like I'm pretty confident in what mine is, but like I've never like asked a professional like, "Hey, what's my blood type?" By the way, I should maybe do that.
Like, do they do a test or can they like?
I mean, I have to get my blood drawn pretty regularly, so I could probably just ask next time. I think they'd have to technically do a test, but I feel like with how frequently I get it drawn, they could probably just be like, yeah, you have this kind.
Sorry, I just got stun locked by something that Sun said.
Hello.
Okay.
Thanks, Sun.
Okay, so what's Cal's blood type?
Do you think elves ascribe to normal blood types?
I think Cal is type Q blood.
Let's do type Q for funsies.
Yeah.
What if it's like a blood type that's like really, really old that they don't use anymore? Like,
damn, I'm losing this Ace Attorney story then. I need to play Ace Attorney too.
Same.
Yeah. I know a lot of people that are like really into it, and so I've heard good things.
There's just not enough time in the day.
Where did the like blood type personality thing come from?
I don't know. That's insane to me. I know people say like, which I don't fully disagree with, but like, you know, people often they're like, oh, blood astrology is just like space phrenology or whatever. Like,
I mean, it kind of is though, right?
It kind of is. I think it's like, you know, it's one of those things where I'm like, I think that depends on how seriously you take it. Like, if you're one of those people that like genuinely deeply believes in it and it's like you're making judgments on people like that I agree. I'm like, that's kind of fucked up. But if you're just doing it for fun, I'm like, I don't think it matters that much. But like blood type seems so much closer to like actual phrenology than
it like because it actually has something to do with biology rather than like
it's just... like I don't know. I guess you can't really change your birth, but like that feels more. I guess
I think like just from a like philosophical standpoint, they're almost identical. You're taking a factor outside of someone's control that has absolutely no bearing on their personality or worth as a being and assigning character traits to them based on that. I think
I just feel like what stars you were born under versus like what blood is in your veins is has very different like
the connotations. Like it feels weirder, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's like that's weird.
Okay, so I pulled up the Wikipedia page. So the blood type personality theory is a pseudoscientific belief prevalent in Japan which states that a person's blood group system is predictive of a person's personality, temperament, and compatibility with others. Yikes. The theory generally is considered a superstition by the scientific community. One of the reasons Japan developed the blood type personality indicator theory was in reaction to a claim from German scientist Emil von Dungern that blood type B people were inferior. The popular belief originates with publications by Masahiko Nomi in the 1970s. Yeah, so I think the real reason that like I am so baffled by this was how recent it was. You know, astrology, like it's not like, you know, some ancient knowledge thing, but at least like, you know, people knew about the stars more than just like half a century ago. Whereas blood types literally are something that were invented in the modern era. Not invented,
and
I
think it makes more sense with stars and stuff, where it's like, in some way or another, celestial bodies have been like significant to like humans for a very long time.
Oh no, German and science don't go well together. Depends on the science. Depends on the science. They're great. There are some good German physicists. Einstein, my advisor. But yeah, so no, I can't say that.
That's crazy. That's like actually crazy.
The blood type stuff?
Yeah, what?
Yeah. I mean, let's just I'm not going to don't say it.
Yeah, but at least
this isn't a doxing thing. It's more of just like if I was going to go to a group of people and, you know, take their views on, you know, equity and how to treat other people based on their differences, I don't think the Japanese would be my first pick.
That's fair.
Yeah. And again, I'm not talking about all Japanese people. I think there are. I'm just noting a trend that I have seen.
Oh, I was just gonna say sideways, kind of sideways, but maybe just a fun, interesting thought thing. Is there a way, like, medically to, like, in theory, like, change someone's blood type? Like, do you think you could just like?
I don't think so.
Dialysis basically, you know, like in dialysis, you basically like.
I mean, we could just look this up. Can you
extract blood and like clean it and then like put it back in? What if you like had it where they just put in different blood? When I think you would die. Is the thing.
Okay, Google AI says no, but
well, what does Google AI know?
There's a place called ourbloodinstitute.org. I don't know if that's going to be the best source, though.
Sounds awesome. I'm just curious because that's, like, funny. But anyways. Oh,
okay. So someone 2 years ago on Reddit, in the Ask Science Reddit, says, yes, with radiation therapy followed by bone marrow transplant, you will get the blood type of your donor. I would not recommend this without indication. This is an organ transplant and rejection is possible, which will result in your death.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense though. If you change out if you transplant blood, like bone marrow, you're going to get the blood type of the donor. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So if you want to change your personality in Japan, you have to go get an organ transplant. But it's all worth it for self-improvement, right?
That's definitely the first option you should go seek.
I'll suck your blood out through a Capri Sun straw and someone else can spit a separate blood type into you. I think I would prefer something a little bit more high-tech than that, than a Capri Sun.
I mean, that's kind of what I was imagining on a more, obviously in a more medically high-tech version, but like, could you just like suck out someone's blood and put in different type of blood?
Not that kind of Dr. River. We're not going to be that kind of doctor. Although this is something that like kind of frustrates, like people will be like, oh, you're not a real doctor if you have like a PhD in some other thing other than medicine. But like doctor originally meant like what I'm doing a doctor for, not medicine. Like, there's already a field-specific term for someone that practices medicine. It's called physician. Doctor comes from the Latin word docere, which means to teach. And so it actually is more accurate, I think, if we, like, sectioned off doctor to just mean, like, people that have obtained the highest level of education in a field, rather than having doctor, like, default mean a medical professional.
Okay,
Sorry.
Captain Holt.
Yeah. I learned about it before that scene in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but I do agree with that.
I always think of. It makes me laugh.
I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I didn't watch any of the later seasons, though.
Me neither.
Yeah. I think I watched up until Jake and Amy got married, and then that's about where I fell off.
I think we stopped in the same spot.
Yeah. I mean, that was mostly what I was watching for anyway.
Same.
Yeah. I'm a romantic.
Write that down. Write that down.
Oh, is Cal a romantic?
You want Cal to be a romantic?
I don't know. I think it would be very funny if Cal was just, like, completely ambivalent towards romantic or anything like that. Although I was already getting shipped with a DJ.
DJ.
There's another streamer, DJ Richard, who I was in a collab with him last week, and I was a bit drunk. You get very cuddly when you're drunk. Yeah, I get like much more friendly when I'm drunk, I would say.
Very affectionate when you're drunk.
Yeah. I blew a kiss to him, and so some people in the chat started coming up with a ship named Cal J.
Oh my god. That sounds almost inappropriate. I don't know why, but
yeah,
something about it.
But like it was all like all just like, you know, jokes. I guess like maybe I'll state this here: don't ship Cal with anyone. I get, like, seriously, because I'm a real person and that's weird. Don't ship real people.
Shipping real people is weird.
Yeah, and I think that's all we need to say on that matter. I am not a romantic. I think Cal is not a romantic.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. My like my Firefox window is very weird right now. I have a tab open about blood type personality theory, astrology, Joe Morton, IMDb, and 100 warm-up D&D character questions.
What a great combination.
Yeah. We really cannot stay on topic for the life of us.
Sorry.
Hey, no. I enjoy it.
Good. Because you don't have any other choice with me, so.
No.
Wait,
hold on.
I'm trying to bring it back.
I'm looking up, like, the supposed evidence of it.
Of what?
The blood type personality. Okay, no, it was studies disproving it.
Of course.
Yeah. I mean, wouldn't that be interesting? If there was, like, a study, but, like, actually, yeah, weird.
I mean, I guess. It probably would be wrong, though.
Yeah. But,
although,
I mean...
yeah, I guess that would be weird if one of those things is just everyone's like, yeah,
like,
we
there's just one, like, pseudoscientific thing that's Hollow Earth. I'm calling it right now. Hollow Earth is the one conspiracy theory that's right. And we're gonna go get King Kong.
I was like, I hope so, because then I can see my friend Godzilla.
Yeah. God, that movie's so fucking good.
I need to watch Godzilla X Kong.
I need to too.
The new Empire.
Yeah, because I remember I was, like, so down on those movies, and you made me one day watch the King Kong movie, and I was like, fuck, this rules.
Yeah, because I have good taste in
You
things.
do. It was just a bunch of... I love how, like the just the pointless death of the guy. He, like, holds up the grenades and gets, like, smashed into the mountainside.
It's so good.
Oh, it's such a great movie. Yeah, everyone go watch King Kong.
Also, watch Godzilla minus one. It genuinely made me cry multiple times.
I need to watch Godzilla minus one.
It's so good. It is very different than the other Godzilla movies that
Yeah.
I've shown you. Very, very different.
I saw a post about like the Godzilla movies, and it was like how like most of them are, you know, dumb action flicks, and then you get like really like gut wrenching, you know, emotional pieces on the tragedy of like violence and war. And then you get another one, it's just about like, oh, now Godzilla's like teaming up with a giant moth to fight another.
That's like the modern dichotomy between like the Japanese and the American Godzilla movies. It's like the
Skull
American
Island,
ones.
yes.
The American ones are really dumb, fun ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, no, not the 2005 King Kong. Skull Island, yes.
I have seen the 2005 King Kong one time in theaters, and that was it.
Not good.
Yeah. Skull Island, though. Yeah, like, there's good bad and bad bad. And then there's, like, Skull Island, where it's, like, it's not even really a bad movie. You know?
It's just dumb.
It's like the conceit of it is stupid, but the execution, like, is brilliant. It's a great time, like, watching it. Like, it is a really good movie. Like, everything except for the, like, just, like, everything except for just the, like, setup is really good. And the setup is so dumb. And I love that.
Well, it's, like, it's also crazy to think about, like, because I feel like, especially with how much now we've combined King Kong and Godzilla. King Kong, like, historically has nothing to do with Godzilla at all. Like, it's a totally independent, like, thing. Like, King Kong is like its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Out, like, from, like, the 40s or whatever. You know, like, it's been, but, like, it's crazy. It's just, like, it's so funny because it fits so well with Godzilla that, like, sometimes I forget that, like...
Well, because they're both metaphors.
Yeah, King Kong and Godzilla, yeah.
They're both metaphors, like, in they're monsters that are metaphors for like societal issues.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're like the original like ideas behind the characters and stuff are very like, you know, deep and thought provoking, but much of the media around them is pretty mindless, and so I think that's kind of like why they fit so well together. I think they're kind of born out of the same circumstance.
I love the parallel thinking, though, from very different cultures of just, like, how do we represent this, like, a metaphor of our society, like, issues with our society and culture?
Giant monster.
Big monster. That's how. It's perfect.
There might be some, like, thought of, like, there might be some, like, you know, things you can, like, think about, like, I don't know, maybe, like, analyze the distinction, like why did Western media gravitate towards a primate whereas the Eastern one gravitated toward a like reptile? That might be interesting. I don't know. I can't think off the top of my head think of any like, you know, plausible reasons, but that's something that I might want to think about.
Yeah. Well, you might also then go into though, like, because is Godzilla the starting point, or was Godzilla stemming from even further, like, prior concepts, like, relating to like mythology and stuff? Same, like, here, like, is King Kong the starting point, or is that coming from even deeper, like, ideas or concepts that have to do more with, like, other aspects?
Yeah, that's interesting. Sorry, okay, I could think about that.
I was also thinking, I was like, I could do some research. That sounds vaguely art historical.
Yeah, I mean, movies are art.
Yeah. Movies are art.
Yeah.
So I could look into that. I mean,
you know what?
You can too.
Some movies are art.
The medium of film is technically art.
Yeah. You know what though? I've kind of come around, and I am not as happy with Kung Fury as I was when I first saw it.
That's valid.
I think there are better examples of what it's trying to be. Yeah. It's still a fun time, but yeah, I think there are better examples of what's trying to be. I think the budget was too high.
Really good, yeah, you know what's actually I think a good example of what Kung Fury is trying to be that I feel like most people don't is Big Trouble in Little China.
Fucking love that movie so much. Yes, no, that's the perfect example. That is exactly what it's trying to be, but it, like, I don't know, it does it in such a more honest way, you know?
Yeah, well, I think it's like, well, and I feel like Big Trouble in Little China is more of like an actual satire, and not like a satire for the sake of being satire. Like,
Yeah.
like it's not just like, oh, we're gonna make fun of this thing because it's funny or whatever. But it's like, no, like I'm actually trying to subvert and sort of play with these tropes.
But also, like Kung Fury couldn't let itself not be cool. You know?
Yeah, and Big Trouble is it's like there are parts of it that are cool, but like not. I think it's almost by accident. It's never.
Yeah. God, I really need to rewatch that movie. I love that movie so much. I was talking. I want to rewatch L.A. Noire. Not L.A. Not sorry, L.A. Confidential. Yeah, L.A. Noire is the video game.
Yeah,
that I saw someone play it on Twitch, and that made me think of LA Confidential again. I need to rewatch that.
You should also watch.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. You should also watch The Big Sleep.
The Big Sleep. What's that about?
It's like it is the like quintessential classic like noir movie, like film, like noir film.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you mentioned this to me,
and it's like genuine. Like I watched it recently because I like noir, and I've been trying to get more into it.
Yeah.
And I was sort of going in like expecting like, okay, it's like from the 40s, like I'm sure it'll be kind of like the pacing will be slow, you know, like I was like,
yeah,
I know this is an important movie and I'm gonna like give it the respect that it deserves, but I'm not going in expecting to like, you know, be engaged by it or like absolutely love it. And I was like on the edge of my seat. I was like genuinely like locked into it in a way that I was not expecting. I was like, wow, this is like actually really good.
All right.
Still.
I need to check it out.
Yeah, it's good.
I also need to watch the new Blade Runner. I really like the first one.
I need to watch it again because I watched it and I was like, I think I went into this just like for the vibes, and I definitely needed to pay more attention. I think also just anytime Jared Leto is in something, my brain like immediately like deletes everything about that thing.
Yeah, I honestly actually didn't know that he was in it until you just said that.
He's the main bad guy. Sorry if that's a spoiler, but also just a heads up for that.
It's fine. It's fine.
Just to preempt a Jared Leto jump scare on your end.
Yeah, you know what? Thank you for warning me. Now I can go in with the right mindset of like
I'm so sad that
shielding myself from psychological damage.
Yeah, I'm so sad that he's part of the new Tron movie.
He is. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, they're making a Tron called like Tron Ares, and I was so excited. And they're like Jared Leto to star, and I was like, no.
Why is he still in
like
things?
A monkey's paw. Yeah, it's like a monkey's paw. It's like you will get a new Tron movie, but it'll have Jared Leto.
I honestly didn't hate the Tron Legacy.
Me neither. It's one of my favorites. That's why I was like...
I heard a lot of people like kind of shitting on it, and I remember like... Maybe it was because I was younger when it came out, but I was like, this is the fucking tightest shit ever. Hell yeah, like light motorcycles and fighting with like glowing rings.
Well, and it's like, if you watch the original Tron is also kind of like blocky and stupid.
Yeah.
But at the time, it was like this insane, and it kind of still is. Like watching it again, like it doesn't look great, but it's just like, wow, they really did all this.
Yeah.
But I feel like Tron Legacy was like, what if we could like actually make it look good?
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like the reason I liked it was because it felt like if the original Tron had the budget, that's what they would want it to look like.
Exactly.
Very like technological. Like it really felt like you were in a computer.
Yeah. Oh, you really got off again. Sorry.
We really did. Every time, it's fine. It's fine.
This is what keeps Cal alive, everyone.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, exactly. Variety.
Oh,
Oh, so is Cal like? Does Cal have like the like old person like, oh, I hate new technology kind of thing, or
oh,
does he
that's a good
embrace
point.
it? Because like, so Cal technically is still young. Hmm. I
I
think he
feel
kind of
like,
has to embrace it to be a streamer, right?
yeah, I think he generally embraces it. Maybe
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, it's maybe it's like a general embracing, but
Maybe it's a
I'm
thing where
trying to
like
think.
Cal doesn't know like what's new technology and what's old technology.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I feel like there'd be instances where he's like, "Oh my God, this new thing is great," and he's talking about like a toaster oven or something,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
everyone's like,
yeah.
"What do you mean? Like that's been around forever." Like he puts like yeah he'll put like technology from various like
Yeah.
time periods on the same level as each other. Like wow, computer microchips are so like amazing and useful, and then it's like I'm trying to think what's like a kind of innocuous technology.
So I have into tech but can't tell old technology from new.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's see, what else? Hmm.
Hmm. Why
I
is this
currently
so
have
hard?
3 pages. What'd you say?
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Maybe we can just
I
start thinking
mean,
like generally, like not maybe not so focused on like the modern, because like the modern one, like it is kind of just like there's not as much we need to do because like that's just what I like is going on now,
exactly.
and so that's more of the stuff that I can just make up as I go along.
Exactly.
Let's see.
So now I'm thinking about past stuff more. Because I feel like we got the industrial vibes.
Yeah, yeah. I might go through and like edit some of this just to like I organize the information better later on my own time.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm getting a text message.
No worries.
Um, okay. Oh gosh. So my tracking is done on my phone, which is great because the iPhone camera is so much better than my webcam. The
Yeah.
downside is that if I try to use my phone,
At all.
yeah, it'll like freeze Cal like it is right now, and only my mouth will move because that's tied to my microphone.
Oh, fun.
It's actually kind of funny to look at. I look so like shell shocked.
You're like, oh no.
Okay, I should be. I might have to recalibrate too. Oh gosh. Um. Okay. I am still learning how all of this stuff works. I was having trouble with it the other night. I mean, you saw when I was like adding all the items onto Cal,
Yeah.
and I kept leaving the menu open and stuff. But hey, now I know how to do that. I hadn't really messed around with that before, like adding any items.
Sometimes you learn best while
Yeah,
by doing.
I want a Dr. Pepper. Sorry, a Dr. Seven.
I just had I just imagined like do you know like the meme of like giving a like medieval peasant or whatever a Dr. Pepper?
Oh, that's
I
actually a
just imagine
good.
that, but like that's like literally what would happen with Cal. Like
Yeah,
like
yeah. Um, Oh yeah. So what does Cal think of like modern candy? Oh, I have some really cool like Japanese candies right here. Actually, they're called Aitaro Confectionery. Have you ever heard of
Cool.
that? They got some really good stuff, but the cans are so hard to open. You have to get a coin and like pry it open. And
Oh God.
the instructions on how to open it are in Japanese. So it took me like so long to figure it out. And because like, they use more coins than we do, like I had to, go searching for a coin.
Yeah, you're like, damn, I don't have one.
Yeah. But
That's
they are really
crazy.
good.
Yeah, what is Cal? I feel like it'd be fun if like Cal generally likes modern stuff, but there's maybe like a couple of things
That he just
that he
absolutely
likes,
hates.
or there's just like things where he's like, oh, I remember this really old candy that was super like, it's like only in
Yeah.
this like one small village or something, and I'm like, that's my favorite candy. It's like, well, that's not.
Yeah.
You
Oh, that
can't
would be
get that
like his favorite food doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And he never learned how to make it because he just assumed he was like, well, this is so good, it's gonna stick around.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
I like that. Very much getting. I don't know how much of this was subconscious, but I'm very much getting like free run vibes.
I mean, yeah, I was kind of thinking that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I was like, are we going for more like almost like free run?
Lazy
But, I
bum
mean, that's
can't make his
also-
favorite food. Well, honestly, yeah, I don't know how to make butter chicken right now, so which actually I ate earlier today. It was very delicious.
I like not to like take credit for this, but
Mhm.
did I encourage you to try Indian food?
No, because I don't think I had it until like after we moved away from each other.
No, I'm saying but like recently because I feel like I would like talk to you about like my partner and I going to get some and how good it was.
You're the reason I've gone to like a ramen bar and stuff.
Yeah, that was ramen
Yeah,
recently.
ramen. Because you remember there was a place in. I was about to say the city you live in. There's a place in the city that you live in, that you would
Yeah.
that you went to. I mean, like I like you can share it if you want, but
If you visit, no, it's okay. If you visit, I'll take you.
But yeah, I remember you talking about that. It made me like really want to try it. And there's like one ramen place in my town, so I went and tried it after you talked about it.
Was it good?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it.
Nice.
Yeah, they have very good karage, like the fried
Ooh.
chicken. Yeah,
Yeah.
I usually get the garlic tonkatsu ramen.
Nice. I usually get like it's called like, I mean, it's called shoyu, so I think it's like chicken broth based,
Mhm.
but with like chicken in it. And it's really, really good.
Okay, I need to try some of the other ones. So River always gets the like volcano ramen.
Oh, like the hot,
yeah.
spicy one?
Like every time.
You get,
Sorry
do
if
you
I'm
eat
sharing
the
too much
egg?
information about you, River.
Do you like eat the egg in it, or do you do without egg?
Oh, I love the egg.
I don't like the egg.
You don't like
But
the egg?
I'm particular about egg. Like,
Oh,
I
I love.
like egg, but I don't like a
Oh,
soft boiled egg in a
That's fine.
wet to be. The consistencies are just.
but it's like it's soaked in the soy sauce. It's so good. I like it.
That's valid.
The River agrees. The egg is needed. Also, breakfast sandwiches fucking rule. Been making
Yeah.
like a sausage, egg, and cheese sandwiches with garlic aioli. Amazing. I think it really is though, mostly just the garlic. I just like garlic.
Garlic is great.
Yeah.
I need to cook more.
I could
don't
never
cook
be a
enough.
vampire.
Yeah.
That would suck. I don't need to. I'm already immortal.
Yeah, that seems a little. That's like a hat on a hat.
Yeah, exactly. Ugh.
Man. That would suck though if your favorite food didn't exist and you didn't know how to
Honestly,
make it.
yeah. I'm like thinking now, like if like I was teleported into the future. I guess time traveled would be the right word. And I was like time traveled into the future, and there was no like okay, I would be able to recreate carbonara. I would not be able to recreate butter chicken. I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if it's just one of those things where it's like, I don't know, like I think in Star Trek when they're like, there are no whales in the future, but it's like where it's just like even if you knew how to do it, maybe like some of the ingredients are just like no longer exist, or like
Yeah.
died out, so you can't like make it the same way.
That's another like I think all the time about like if I got teleported back into the past and I told them about like all the technology we have, they would ask like how. I don't know if I'd be able to explain much. I could teach them the basics of like, electricity and magnetism, but I don't think I could teach them like electrical engineering or anything.
I think that's like one of my favorite. Like it's a weird neat like subcategory of like isekai is like where
Yeah.
it's like they go back and they just like it's like the farming life or whatever where you're just
Mhm.
like you just like introduce modern technology. But I'm always just fascinated by like how seemingly random people just like understand on a
Yeah.
like understand the way to like construct modern technology.
I think like Dr. Stone kind of gets around that by like having Senku literally be like just a genius.
Well,
Like
and
a
he's like
science
obsessed
prodigy.
with science. That
Yeah.
makes sense. But, like I just think it's so funny when they're like, yeah, this is how you build like a functioning irrigation system, and I'm like, why do you know that? Like, what were you doing in your previous life? Were you just like, did you have time as a salaryman to just like read up on how irrigation systems work? Like,
Oh, I don't sorry, we were talking about anime and that just reminded me like there was one stream I was doing a little bit ago where I was just, chatting with some people and they were talking about like what anime characters people were. And the one that I got compared to was the guy from Science Fell in Love, so I tried to prove it. Have you seen that show?
I tried to watch it and I couldn't get through
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you there. But that's the one that I got compared to.
That's funny.
I think it's mostly just the half ponytail and the like eye bags, probably.
I think with those, I'm just like I don't like when people try to scientifically explain like emotions like that. Do you know where I'm
I
like,
mean,
just let it be.
I mean,
I know
there
it's, like,
is
the
a
joke
science
of the
behind it
show,
though. It's all
but-
neurochemistry.
Oh, I mean, I know, but I'm like that's like
You are
it's
you are
like-
just a meat puppet being puppeted around by electrical signals in a brain that is just flowing around in soup.
I mean, I know that. It's just not fun to like live like that as my like, it's like, oh, whatever, who cares?
Yeah. Yeah, I get you. But yeah, I don't think I'm necessarily all that like awkward, I would say. SM.
I feel like that's maybe more accurate to how you used to be, like in high school. Like I think you were
Maybe.
maybe more.
But that was more a product of
I think it was more intentional back then. Like, I
yeah, it
think
was
you were
more
making an effort to
misanthropy
be
than it
more-
was like awkwardness.
Yeah, it's just I think that's like how that manifested for
Yeah.
you more so.
Yeah.
But I don't think you're like that anymore.
I don't think so either. I honestly, I don't think I was ever like fundamentally like that to begin with. I just think I did
No,
get
I don't
along
think
with
you
a lot
ever
of
were. I
people.
just think you like.
Yeah,
I just think you played it up more. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. And I honestly don't know why.
You know.
I could probably like
Okay.
psychoanalyze myself, try to figure that out, but like you
That
said,
was the path. It's fine.
exactly. Because like it definitely wasn't because I thought like, oh, it's gonna be cool to be like the loner kind of guy.
I think it was maybe just more of like your way to rebel and maybe establish establish individuality in the place that we lived.
yeah, the individuality was in short supply. That was a mean thing to say.
No, you're correct.
I wish I knew your high school version before and after football. Yeah, the concussion actually did change some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mellowed out after the concussion. Yeah. You have the this. So this is the first time you've interacted with someone that. No, because you've met other people that knew me before the concussion. Yeah, not too many people that I still interact with though knew me before the concussion.
Before the concussion.
Yeah. Well,
That's
before
so.
the first one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was the one that really kind of
Although
messed my
I
brain.
will say, I definitely feel like I knew you. Like I got to know you more afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah. So like, we knew each other beforehand, but we got to hang out because like we didn't go to the same middle school, and my first concussion was in middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think also like
So I'd say
it could also just be like a coincidence, like that. So freshman year of high school was also a large like changing point in my life too. Maybe just for other reasons outside of like the concussions as well.
yeah. I mean, I think that's also just an age.
Yeah.
That's very
Yeah.
You're changing a lot.
Probably.
I've definitely changed a lot since high school. Thank God.
Same. I think
Well,
freshman year of high school is when I first realized that not everyone disliked me.
I learned that in like 7th or 8th grade,
Yeah.
and then I became a real shithead about it for a couple years. And then I think high school was when I was like, I should chill
Should
out a
mellow
bit
out. Yeah.
and just like actually enjoy, like actually be friends with people as
Mhm.
opposed to being like
My head nod is not
obsessed
very
with the
like.
fact of people liking me. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I was nodding my head and I just noticed like my model's head nods, but it doesn't move very like I have a very stiff neck.
It's more like your skull, your model's skull, like wiggles.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's weird. It's funny
Not a
though.
jelly skull.
Yeah, I guess so. Also, I love how my ears like flop around.
I know, that's really fun.
Yeah. I will just sit here looking at my like VTube studio just doing that. It's like a toddler with like a sensory video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Ooh.
right. Well, I feel like we got like 3 pages. That's pretty
Yeah.
solid.
Yeah. I think we've managed a good amount.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for helping me come up with my lore.
Of course. Happy I was able to help some.
I appreciate it.
Of course.
right.
Alrighty.
I think I'm going to call it a night. Thank you, Sun, River, everyone that stopped by.
Thanks, guys.
This will be my last stream for the year, probably, unless like I, on the spur of the moment, decide to play some Elden Ring tomorrow night, which I'm not sure I will because I'm gonna have to be proctoring an exam until almost 10 p.m. But who knows? So this is probably my last stream for the year. So thank you, everyone that has, come to hang out this year. I appreciate it. Later.
Uh-oh.